ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Donna Just Being Real. My channel is all about dating, love, relationships, and toxic relationship advice channel. Oh yes, I'm gonna talk about Nature Boy. Yep, Nature Boy. Alright, I've done some commentary, but not a lot of commentary. Maybe about 2 times or whatever. I'm not really a Nature Boy channel. There's a lot of channels out here that's been following Nature Boy for years now, and they've done commentary on it. But we're going to get into this one because there's been some information coming out that's stating, I'm just going to show you the video and I'm going to share my thoughts. I might pause a few seconds just to share my thoughts, but you can share your thoughts in the comment section. All right, so we're going to get into this update. I thought it was very interesting because one lady, I think by the name of Janae something, I can't really pronounce her name, whatever, and stuff. I don't have a picture of her, so I'm sorry about that. But look at this picture, the Carbonation group. This was the old group. Yeah, well, they had several people that come back and forth out there. A lot of people come out there, they say he's a cult leader, allegedly. Everything I say is allegedly, right? That he's a cult leader and sex cult leader or whatever and stuff, right? But my thing about with this whole Nature Boy, and that's I call her Evil Velvet. That's Evil Velvet. And that's the adorable, gorgeous little girl there, right? But I would say is, now with social media, everything is on social media, ladies and gentlemen. So you get to see what he's all about, what goes on in Carbonation, right? With all these people here. And right here, we see this is some of his wives. And yeah, he got like 4 wives, 5. I can't catch up. I don't know. He got several wives, right? But like I said, it seems like these people go out there willingly. They know what's going to happen out there, and they go. And a lot of these people go out there just like people want to go on Jerry Springer, act like a fool, because they do it for that clicks and views. They just want to be noticed, right? So I think the same thing when they go out here with this Nature Boy, right? But basically, one girl was out there by the name of Janae. Now, Janae has been out there several times, back and forth, right? So now all of a sudden when she left, she's saying that, oh, a revenge porn. Oh, he did this to me, he did that to me. Really? Really? So it seems like it's coming out that she's lying. And you know what, this is all allegedly. But I wouldn't be surprised. Because I kind of personally think that she was lying. Okay, this girl is like kind of like she just hopping over different cults. You know, a cult hopper. Just like a lot of them. All right? And another thing is, they got him locked up, right? And my thing is, I'm just sharing my thoughts and opinions, right? He's locked up. But why is he the only one locked up? Yeah. And it seemed like now Nature Boy is angry. He's angry. So he's out here for revenge. He wants to bring a lot of people down, especially a lot of channel holders. Who? I don't know. You'll have to look it up. Like I said, I'm not a Nature Boy channel. I'm just doing some commentary today. But let me stop talking because we're going to watch this video together, right? And we're going to get in this video. And I have my co-host, the real Jack Newtown, with me too. So we're going to watch this video and we're going to hear what's been, what's going on. And what you do is you make sure you hit the like button, share your thoughts and opinions in the comment section, check out some of my past commentary, and also subscribe to my channel. But if you're looking for a Nature Boy channel that does a lot of commentary on this Nature Boy combination, well then don't subscribe to my channel because I'm not the channel for you. But you're welcome to stop by or just check out my past commentary. You might like it, and hey, you might want to subscribe. We'll go from there. All right, and let me just greet who's here real quick. All right, we got my co-host, the real Jack Newtown, Melanie in the house. Hugs and kisses to you. Hugs and kisses, Nail GG up in the house. Have y'all heard about this guy, Nature Boy? Let me know. An online cult leader. And we have Strong in the house. Strong in the house. And blessings to you, brother. Good to see you. Good to see you. All right, so let's get into this one here. All right, let's get into this commentary. All right, so make sure you have your popcorn, your cocktail, your water, whatever it is to sit back and relax. This is very interesting. Very interesting. All right, let's get it, ladies and gentlemen.
Eligio Bishop is a controversial online spiritual teacher. He is a victim of swatting and now malicious persecution. Eligio Bishop is a controversial online spiritual teacher. He is a victim of swatting and now malicious persecution. Before we get into the malicious persecution, I want to show you a timeline of the multiple accounts Mr. Bishop's online critics have swatted him.
I forgot to shout out the channel holder. It's Nature Boy TV. Yes, Nature Boy TV. And this is interesting because I like timelines. I'm a timeline girl. I don't know about y'all. All right. And Cashette, I see you up in here. Blessings to you, girl. All right, let's get it.
Now, what is swatting? Swatting is the action or practice of making a prank call to emergency services in an attempt to bring about the dispatch of a large number of armed police officers to a particular address. The following will show swatting in Mexico, April 2019. There was no visual footage taken for this SWAT, but we have police documents showing that they did their research and found nothing wrong. After they investigated everyone, we were released and proceeded to travel to Nicaragua. Swatting in Nicaragua, June 28th, 2019.
You want to come and see in the house? Come. Here, I'll go. Just keep recording. Yeah, just keep on. No, and then it's probably good we went to the embassy already know that stuff too. Because they already know. Yeah, they already know something. Okay, no problem. So we're gonna see what's going on. This is what I have to go through with trolls, bro. This is what I have to go through with trolls, bro. Let the U.S. Embassy know I'm being harassed. You feel what I'm saying? I'm being falsely accused, y'all. So we about to head out. See what's going on with that. And it's not true. That's crazy. They're forcefully accusing me right now. So I'm trying to see what's going on. I got the police out here. This is what my trolls do to me. They out here with guns and everything. Come, take it in. Yeah, they got Chief in there right now. He can't be being detained. He didn't do nothing. No, let us in, man. Let us in. We in the whole entire police compound, bro. These are all one police station. Oh, they made a left up there. I'll see where they made the left. See what they did. They tell us to park here.
Nicaragua police separate Mr. Bishop from the family and arrest him at Nicaragua's political prison. Fortunately, we find a Spanish-speaking lawyer to explain to Nicaragua police the online critics are posing false allegations. After 3 dreadful weeks, Mr. Bishop is released.
That shit was crazy what I went through, man. Like, I want to let y'all know everything that happened to me. My haters, as usual, they done this to me in Mexico, they done this to me in Belize. A bunch of them will call the U.S. Embassy and with the clipped up videos and all the things that they have to say about me. And they will make an alarm trigger. They contacted the local police in Nicaragua, my haters, actually. They call it gang stalking or whatever. So they called the police. They sent the videos of all kind of stuff. You know how they make me look online. They sent it, and Nicaragua was alarmed by that. Nicaragua had made up some something to get me to come investigate me and to make sure that this wasn't true. They take me to this political prison, and 24-hour lockdown. I was treated like their worst prisoners, and so at first, when the officers pulled up at the house, I'm like, all right, cool. I already been through this before, like in Mexico. They're gonna come. My haters told them a whole bunch of stuff. They're gonna investigate everybody. They're gonna find out it's not true, and they're gonna let us go. Boom. So I already knew that was gonna happen. Nah, not Nicaragua. So Nicaragua treats me as if I did the shit. You know what I'm saying? They locked me up like I did it.
Swatting in Panama, December 4th, 2019. But Panama police swat us while we're at the beach. They had everyone get on their knees with their hands in the air. They took us all to the police station, but only arrested Mr. Bishop and a few others. Once the police find no actual evidence of the false allegations our critics put online, their solution is to deport us back to the United States. Eligio spends 4 days in Panama jail until he is deported. Swatting in Hawaii, June 11th, 2020. In Hawaii, our online critics sent their clipped up videos to Hawaiian police, which then led to us being harassed by the Hawaiian people.
Get off this island, dog.
You're on our fucking island.
Yeah,
because you don't fucking belong here and you don't respect our
You
culture.
trying to be like me, I'm trying to be like you.
Shut up.
Oh, okay, y'all trolling?
No, send your address if you're not scared, bitch.
Send your address.
What's your address?
Why you hating like that?
I know you live by Big Island. I live Big Island too.
Why you hating like that?
Cause
You don't
what you
fucking
do?
belong here.
Why? What I do to you?
People be putting out a lot of shit about you guys being up to no good out here.
Yeah, you guys got like all these bad headlines and whatnot, but you got to understand where us as locals are coming from.
The Hawaiian people did not want us on the island due to the videos that they seen from our critics. They used quarantine regulations to officially remove us from the island.
Chelsea Davis joins us with new reaction tonight. Chelsea.
Yeah, his court document said a YouTube video published on Monday showed the defendant, Eligio Bishop, at Carl Smith Beach Park petting a sea turtle. He had just arrived in Hawaii the day before and signed paperwork saying he would quarantine for 14 days.
To essentially tell them, you're either going to stay in jail or you're going to leave the island. I don't know if that's appropriate once it sees the light of day.
38-year-old Eligio Bishop stood in his cell block at the Hilo jail, cuffed, attending his initial court appearance virtually. His attorney argued that his bail be reduced from $4,000 to $1,000. The judge declined. She says there are still people staying at that vacation rental today.
Very professional, you're doing the job. Very professional. Before you leave. Yeah, quarantine violation. For your mask, bro. I got you.
With Hawaii leaving us with the only option to either stay in jail or leave the island, we eventually decided to leave the island after being detained for 3 days. Swatting in Puerto Rico, June 2021. The online critics find Eligio's location and send police to harass him.
What did I do?
What?
I post something on YouTube?
Yeah, video.
Of what? Of what?
Wait.
Okay. I'm live, you guys. I'm right here. Like, I didn't do anything. Call the lawyer, bro. Call the lawyer, bro. Call the lawyer. I didn't do anything. I didn't post anything on YouTube. They posted on YouTube. I didn't post it on YouTube.
No, nos enseñaron 2 videos que él la pone a pelear.
Yeah, Strong, I know you said you from Georgia. You didn't hear about this? I think he's in Dekalb County, Fulton. You didn't hear nothing about this, alleged cult leader, sex cult leader.
Maybe the same.
Huh? Go on. What are you gonna say?
The echoing.
Oh, I have it on the other thing. Oh, I apologize there. To Leo. Okay, what you was gonna say?
No, I was saying that as far as Hawaii arresting him and kicking him out, they can do that under the quarantine laws they had during the pandemic. They can kick anybody. Actually, there was a lot of people who got kicked out of Hawaii for not following quarantine protocol. Yeah, so they're not the only ones.
You're not hearing no echo now, right, Melanie? I don't think you.
I don't think they are.
Oh, okay.
But,
What I was gonna say, Strong is I used to work in Dekalb County. Yeah, that's that when he got arrested at the house. They came there and arrested him.
I think he
Okay.
might be in the same area as Young Thug is.
Possibility. All right, let's resume. And like I say, the reason why I'm doing this because that Janae girl, I don't like her. Just like I don't like Evil Velvet. I don't like her. All right. It's
I
one of those
mean,
things when you want to call off.
they're just complicit as Nature Boy is.
Mm-hmm. And you remember the last
And
time
what
we did.
happened? And what happened to the Mama Dia?
Oh yeah, I was gonna talk about that a little bit later. Mm-hmm. And you remember the last time we did commentary on this, and you remember how that girl Janae was out there running after the other girl, talking about, oh, he gave you more attention than he give us, and all this kind of stuff. You was fighting for him, but now you want to cry wolf and say he did this and did that to you. See, it's a bunch of clowns and clownettes. All right, let's get back to it. And people's watching the replay, make sure you hit that like button. Resume.
They're lying. That's what I'm saying to his trolls.
The video that you unloaded. What's going on with those?
I didn't upload any video. I have trolls that follow me.
Okay.
Right? And they be trolling me. Everything I do, they be trolling.
The police then told him to leave the island. After swatting in Puerto Rico, it then starts in DeKalb County, Decatur, Georgia.
And you remember, Jack, when you did the commentary on Evil Velvet running out there to Puerto Rico? Why
chasing after him with the baby in hand, chasing him everywhere he goes, and then she got caught up with some Israelite cult over there. And then when Nature Boy came in and one of the fade on that dude, homeboy was hiding in the back of the kitchen. He was hiding back behind the kitchen, the kitchen island area. While Nature Boy was look at what Nature Boy wanted to fade from homeboy and wanted to see his baby.
Mm-hmm. You remember that, right? And she claiming, oh, Nature Boy is this, Nature Boy is that. Why you running to Puerto Rico where he's at? He's trying to get away from you, but you running out there to him. I'm telling you.
And I'll say this, Velvet killed her daddy.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's get back to it.
Next, you will see critics calling DeKalb County Police making false reports on Mr. Bishop. It will also show police body cam visuals of them coming to his home multiple times.
I don't know. I was going through the call history out here. It's like it's almost all the time. It's the same.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. Look at the time. Okay, let's get it.
We have a lot of. This isn't the first time that this has happened. We have online people online trolls that keep calling, harassing us.
We got trolls online. My name is Nature Boy. I'm an online guy.
No, I saying Bishop.
Huh?
Bishop.
Yeah. So the trolls online, they keep calling the cops just to get attention to us so that they can.
Well, let me ask you a question because it seems to be because I was doing a little research on the way over. It seems to be one person. Do you know who that one person might be?
Well, this is a group of people. It's probably World News. A dude named World News.
Well, it's the same. It's on most of these calls. It's the same phone number, which leads me to believe it's the same person that's doing it.
Yeah, they're trolling us. They're just doing that to troll us.
How do they know where you reside, though? How did they track down your address?
Well, on my house, they look up like things that look, you know what I'm saying, similar, and they look up online, and then they find your address, and they post it online, and they play with you. Well, come in and check if y'all want. We ain't got.
Are you sure? And then that way we can maybe add comments so this doesn't keep happening constantly. So everyone's safe here, right?
Everybody's safe.
Everyone's free to leave whenever they want.
Absolutely.
They just be playing with us online. Okay.
And when I first started watching this, right, I started watching because I'm into the narcissism and stuff like that. And I was thinking like these people was trapped over there, they couldn't leave. But then as I start watching, these people is willing to stay there. You have people that's watching him online. They get so fascinated and they fly on out there to be in this cult. So I don't have no sympathy. Only thing I just not crazy about is the children, having little kids around this kind of stuff. That's where I draw the line. But y'all grown adults, y'all consensual, y'all want to do all this crazy stuff and everything, go ahead. Do you. Who is us to judge? But when it comes to children, that's a whole nother story. All right, let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm going to add some comments to the call, so maybe if the next officer that gets a call can see the comments and is aware, okay?
Right.
So
I'd rather y'all come in and check and see that the trolls is playing with our life, right? If you go to Nature Boy on here, you'll see that people make money off talking about us. But this is my classes and everything. But look, right, if you just put Nature Boy.
And he is absolutely right. There's a lot of people making money off of them. There's so many channel holders that's doing commentary on them. That's why I said, the people that's here or the replay watchers, I'm not a Nature Boy channel. But if it does go to trial, which I believe it's supposed to be going to trial, I'm not sure what date. And if it's public, I will be covering that trial because that's what I do on this channel. It's a teaching channel, learning channel. Okay. In other words, I'm not a Nature Boy channel. There's plenty of them out here and you can find as much as you want. But I do have some videos that I did do on Nature Boy, and Jack has some commentary he did on Nature Boy, and y'all can, feel free to check it out. Reason.
And here, there's people that watch us, and they say little things. It's trolls. Like they say stuff about, like if I'm online talking and teaching,
They'll clip 1 minute.
they'll clip 1 minute of it and be like,
take it out of context, kind of.
rumors. So it's a whole thing. It's like a whole community, and it's like a little small percentage of people that don't like me, and so they'll order food or they'll send the cops. It's just trolls. They haven't seen us in a couple of days because we've been like falling back. And
actually, it said that. It said they haven't heard from her into that, but they did.
Try to have a better night, okay? Okay. You guys take care. Hopefully, it'll die down. So hopefully, and they'll leave you guys alone. You guys can do a little business. Okay? Take care so much, right?
I love your outfits and your stuff. What's that care?
That right there is Nature Boy's wives. He has several wives. Yes. And if I'm correct, there go that little heifer right there. Oh, that one right here. This one right here. Wanna cry wolf. But you complained so much about you did this report on Nature Boy, but you kept coming back and kept coming back. You was just mad because you wanted to be the head mistress. You wanted to be on top. But he didn't choose you, so you got mad. See, men, we have to admit, us women, we can get a little vindictive. We can get evil. When a woman wants to get evil, I think it's even worse than a man. All right, look at her smiling. Does she like she's forced to be out there? Let's watch it. You'll see more. Janae. Oh, and now she's currently pregnant. All right, and she's currently pregnant by another guy from the Nature Boy group. Let me see if I can find a picture. Trying to give y'all just a little bit of history, just a little bit. Nope, not that one. All right, you see the high yellow guy right there with the blue, right there. She's pregnant by him. But guess who else is pregnant by him now? Currently, Evil Velvet, his Nature Boy's baby mom. I know it's just like a soap opera. I can't even explain. It's just insane. All right, let's get back to it. See? Women out here having babies by dusties and can't provide and protect. See what I'm saying? But they a bunch of dustettes either. So I guess dusties and dustettes, they can live happily ever after, right? Resume.
He's giving you a handshake.
Oh, you don't have to take care. It's nice to meet y'all.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay.
So you take care.
All right, no problem. Thanks.
Black man is God.
Absolutely.
Hey, what's going on, man?
Oh, the ladies are right there for you. They downstairs.
What ladies?
Whatever the call was for, people down. Bro, you see what I'm talking about, bro?
I don't know. You okay? I see you enjoying yourself.
I'm enjoying myself.
Everything good.
Is everything okay?
Everything is okay. Everything good.
I know. We just got another call out here.
Now, this is the house in Georgia. What Strong says, so this group is free for all when it comes to the women. See, it's a bunch of women. All right. So much to explain, Strong. So much to explain. I see Francine up in here. And hugs and kisses to you, girl. It's like it's a bunch of guys. And let me show you a picture. Let's go back. All right. See, that's like some of his wives. The dark-skinned pretty girl in the back, she's not there no more. She left a long time ago, right? See, like a bunch of guys there. They all, and they all like switch wives and stuff. And Nature Boy would choose, like you have women. He'd say, okay, this month you can have her, and then he'll break them up and then switch them with another group. It's just a mess.
No, he has all the women and the guys have all the trannies.
Oh, yeah, that's what he did at the end. At the end, he gave him the trans, if I'm correct. Everything I'm saying allegedly, because I'm not 100% sure on this, so nobody quote me on it. But then at the end, he gave him a trans, to whatever. I don't understand that world. But okay. But, Nature Boy did give them wives. And then at one point, he took all the wives and kept them for himself. It's just a mess. It is a mess. But like I said, why is only Nature Boy going to jail? But let's get back into it. But we focusing on that evil heifer, Janae, because I knew she was going to be a problem. She kept leaving, coming back, and she'll talk bad about him and come back. See? All right, let's get back to it.
Okay, once again, hopefully this is, I don't know who this person is.
What's up, G?
Man, listen, did you say one thing on your live? What?
Wait a minute. Francine, you from Hawaii. Did you hear about this Nature Boy and the cult when they was out there? What was it, about over a year ago? 2 years or something like that? Do you know about this? Let me know. Let me know in the comments. Because he was out there, but he got kicked out. All right. And him and the cult. Melvia just popped up in here. Oh, shoot. All righty now. All right, let's get back to it.
Can I say
one thing? What?
Nothing wrong with preaching.
We don't
Nothing
believe
wrong
in
with
harming no kids. We don't believe in harming animals. We don't believe in harming the earth. We don't believe in harming human beings. We are peaceful people that teach meditation and living in tune with the universe. That's the opposite of what we're teaching. But that's the trouble, though. People that don't agree say that to bring cops over here to make a scene. But that's what we've been going through, and you know that. I try to let them know it's a weird people behind the internet that, you know what I'm saying? There's weird people that don't like you behind the internet, and they just call the police to the house. That's it.
All right, man. Y'all be good.
Dekalb County Police went to Eligio's home a total of 27 times. Here's an example of the phone calls Dekalb County Police were getting from Eligio's online critics.
You call this number often to check this location. What's going on that you call that you're making multiple calls to 911 in reference to this?
I'm over here cracking up laughing what Melanie said. And Melvia, you always come in here with something. I'm not sure, but it sounds like a group of young sex addicts. I can't. All right, resume.
This house.
Sometimes you're sleeping in the garage, and it's not that gentleman's house.
This is what?
Do you know this man? Is this the young man that someone said he's called Nature Boy?
Yeah.
Nature Boy, yes. We've been out here a bunch of times because people call, and we've checked on the ladies there. We've spoken to them several times. I've been out here on day shift, during the daytime when people have called, and everybody that lives here seems happy. They say they know they're in a polygamy relationship. So, I mean, there's nothing we can do.
I would like to make note that that if the guy doesn't have his name on the lease, or he's possibly forcing his sister to allow him to stay there, then he should be removed from the premises if he has all these people living in a house.
Well, it's only the owner can have him removed from the premises. Are you the owner?
No, but a lot of people are not allowed to live in one house.
I mean, people can live as many as they want. There's no rules or regulations to how many can live in a house.
Thought you had to like have your name.
Exactly. If somebody have a house, they can have as many people they want in there. That's their business. What is that? Oh, boy.
Hold on. That looks like somebody. I'm gonna say it. That looks like somebody's girlfriend. I know that voice.
Mm.
You know who I'm talking about.
I think.
Yeah, you know the Jaguar white haircut. Girlfriend. That sounds just like her.
I don't think. I don't know. Mm.
I heard the girlfriend before. That's her voice.
I don't know. Like I said, everything we say is allegedly, just sharing our thoughts and opinions. Let's get back to it. Hope you all got your popcorn or your cocktails, your water, whatever it is that you like. Tea, coffee. I don't know. Resume.
On the lease.
No, I mean it's a private residence. It's a private house.
I didn't even know polygamy was legal.
Well, who's to say that they're you can legally have a sexual relationship with anybody that you want to.
He's married to one person, but he has 3 other women living with him.
Well, and that would be up to that's an alternative lifestyle, but it's not illegal. Ma'am, we filed a report. We've done this. We can't continually every 2 or 3 days come by and drive by his house and harass him.
If there's like 20 people sleeping in a garage, is that illegal?
Not if somebody wants to allow people to stay in their garage.
Here's documentation from Dekalb County Police Department.
Exactly. If everybody wants to stay in there and the owner says it's okay, you can have as many people you want in there. Now, I don't want nobody to get it twisted and watch this be like, oh, you must be a nature boy lover. No. But we just have to be fair. It is what it is. Let's get back to it.
Stating that the online critics are making false reports of a crime. They failed to swat him in DeKalb County with their false reports, so they needed to find another way. And they used Janae Newell, also known as Natiri. Swatting now turns into a malicious prosecution. Malicious prosecution occurs when a police officer or other government official causes criminal charges to be filed against the person when the official knows probable cause is lacking, and the charges are filed because of personal animosity, bias, or some other reason outside of the interest of justice. In such cases, the victim's 14th Amendment right to liberty has been violated. An arrest is found to violate the 4th Amendment because it was not supported by probable cause or a valid warrant. Elements of a malicious prosecution include 1. A prosecution instituted maliciously, 2. Without probable cause, which 3. has terminated favorably to the plaintiff. Now, let's break down how this prosecution was done maliciously, starting with the alleged victim's initial police report done March 30th, 2022.
So this happened today, right?
Well, this happened, yesterday. I tried calling yesterday.
But you didn't call.
I did call, but I wasn't in the area. So my name is Janae Newell. I was recently, here's my ID, a part of a cult that's known as a sex cult.
Okay, this is this crying wolf heifer. I call her heifer. This is the one. I knew when Nature Boy kept letting all these women come in and out, coming out, I said, it's going to be a woman that's going to bring him down. And sure enough, I can't stand her. You knew what it was like over there. You just mad because you wasn't the head number 1 wife. You wanted that title. And since you didn't get that title, you decided, well, you know what? I'm going to take everybody down. That's why nothing was happening to you. Get out of here.
God doesn't like that. See, God look at that person as a rat.
Mm-hmm.
Because number one, you knew when you engaged in this type of activity, this was wrong. So now all of a sudden you couldn't get your way. Now you want to tell on everybody. That's the lowest. That's the lowest level of snitching. That's what, everybody want to say 6ix9ine's a rat. Okay, here's the reason why Tekashi 6ix9ine was told. It's because they'll try to kill him. Okay, they'll try to kill him. They'll try to set him up. They'll try to make him take the fall. That's why he told. Nefertina, on the other hand, she couldn't get her way. She got chased out for acting a fool. And now she says, oh, I'm in this cult. Well, she should be locked up in the same way as the rest of them, because wasn't she the one around when Mama Dia was killed?
No. She wasn't part of that group. She came later.
Okay, but she had knowledge of that.
All right, hold a second. I'm glad you brought that up. Now, see, there go Mama Dia, the pretty one in the pretty pink. I love that hot pink. That's Mama Dia. They was all there. You see Evil Velvet, the one in the blue, whatever her name is. I forgot her name. They was there. They know what happened, but she came way later. Okay. All right, let's resume. Now, ladies and gentlemen, listen carefully. This is why I'm doing this, because, like I said, if people want to have sex cults and do what they want, if a man want to have 4 or 5 wives, long as it's consensual, if a woman want to have 4 or 5 husbands, do what you want to do. Long as it's consensual and everybody's happy, right? I just don't like with the children being around. Children need to be, around stuff like this. But she reported this because it was out of spite. She wanted to be the head mistress. What they call them? Yeah, chief mistress. I forgot whatever they call them. They call themselves so many different things. It's like I don't know. This is a sort of fairy tale world. Okay, resume.
My name is Janae Newell. I was recently, here's my ID, a part of a cult that's known as a sex cult.
And I'm a rat.
Natiri has known Mr. Bishop for over 6 years, and she has never referred to the tribe as a sex cult. That reference is only used by online critics.
And they're located here in Atlanta.
So you were part of this cult?
Yeah, this cult. And the person who runs it, his name is Eligio Bishop.
Is this your boyfriend or no?
Yeah, he was my boyfriend at the time. Let's say that.
So what happened today?
What happened the other day, because I left already. I left like some days ago, and I wasn't back there. But what happened is he's doing revenge porn on me online, and he has a big presence online. So he's posting porn of me and him without my consent online right now. And I'm just filing that report because that's wrong. He can go to jail for that. So that's why I had to escape. I had to sneak out because he wasn't allowing me to leave.
And you didn't call when you got out?
No, because
when you escaped?
Yeah, I didn't call him. I already left that facility.
But did you let him know? Did you call him and let him know that, hey, you can't be posting that,
No, I didn't call him. I didn't let him know anything. I didn't get in contact with him at all.
Text him to let him know? I mean, did you make videos with them? Consensual videos with them at the time? Because how does he have those videos?
Of course, like when we're together,
They was consensual. See? Now she's stuttering. See, you got to watch out. And Francine says something. Thank you for the blessing to the channel. Eligio Bishop, Carbonation cult leader, was arrested on the Big Island. So you know about this. The Big Island of Hawaii, for breaking the 14-day quarantine rule. You know about it, girl. You know about it.
Yeah, she's from Hawaii. Yeah. She probably heard that in the news.
Because that was big. That was happening in Hawaii. All right. And what did Melanie says? He was your pimp, little lady. Well, it was all she was with it. She was just mad because she wasn't number one.
Yeah, he was slamming Cadillac doors.
Listen to this. pissed me off. This is what bothers me about this whole thing. Okay? I don't like women like this. Oh, Lord, please keep my boys away from these type of trifling women. But y'all men get so crazy off the
From
set.
all of them in Nature Boys group.
Yeah, exactly. Resume.
Yeah.
And they some pretty looking women too.
But they got the devil in them.
But the number one, I think, I don't care what anybody says, and I'll say it. This heifer right here, Velvet, the high yellow one, and the guy behind her, he was a part of the crew, about part of the cult too, and that was her man. That was his girl, but she dumped him because she wanted to be with Nature Boy. Yeah, it's just a mess. She wanted to be with Nature Boy.
You talking about the light skin with the Asian features?
Yeah, her. Yeah, right here, Evil Velvet. Wanted to be Nature Boy, had his baby, so she dumped Omac. Yeah, his name was Omac. That was his name? Yeah, Omac. His name was Omac. And he really loved her, respect her and everything. But
or he really loved the her image.
Possibility. But she was evil, because let me tell you, she was the one making all the rules. And even Nature Boy said, "You think I'm bad?" He said something. I can't remember the exact words, some video. But Velvet is evil. Can't stand her. You was plotting. And you was plotting to take this man when he was with that other woman that was his wife. Yeah, I know. It's just a mess. I know everybody's probably here like, what is Donna talking about? I don't know. I do know, but I mean, whatever. Just let's watch the rest of this. Resume.
Okay, so did you text him and let him know that, hey, you can't be posting him? Because he's going to be using that against you. You know what I mean? Yeah, but you didn't text him to say that, hey, you can't be posting that, you know? I would just let him know, like text that, like, you know, hey, why are these videos? Did he text you say, hey, I'm gonna release these videos of you for revenge? He didn't say, hey, I'm doing this because of this. Okay.
Officer Hugh asks 3 important questions. 1, did you tell him to take the videos down? She replies, no. 2, did he say he was posting it for revenge? She replied, no. And 3, were the videos consensual? She replied, yes. Let's continue.
Yeah, she shouldn't have
to be any, you know, until I do this, if
Mhm.
you guys are not going to go.
Yeah, we can't wait. So basically what he did was posted a couple videos of you without your consent, right? On Twitter. Anything else?
He also had his women abuse me, like jumping. So that's another thing.
Didn't she attack one of the girls first?
I'm getting angry.
Yeah, She
You
did.
know,
Did she attack one of
sorry.
the girls first before she
Don't
got
you remember
jumped?
that was the last time we did commentary? And I said, let me show this. And she sat there. I wish I could pull it up now. Oh my gosh.
And she attacked one of the girls, and then the girls got on her.
It was Malia. That's her name? I can't
Yeah, I
remember the
think
name.
she attacked one of the girls allegedly.
Right, and jumping at her over.
And that's when they went at her.
Exactly. It was like about 5 of them. They was all gonna jump her, and she was the main ringleader of it. Talking about they tried to jump her. See, this girl is a piece of work. You know what? There's gonna be a part 2 to this. I'm gonna have to do a part 2. Maybe we need to do a flashback of the time.
She just another Karen.
All right, let's get back to it.
Let's call her Nefertiti. You know, you got your Karens, now you got your Nefertitis.
Men, y'all gotta watch out for women like this. They are very dangerous. Resume.
Yeah, I would not join any more cults.
It is important to highlight here that she said nothing about rape. It is obvious that the T, one of Eligio's online critics, told her to go to the cops for revenge porn. After she goes to the police for revenge porn, the very next day, she does an interview with the T on March 31st.
Now, go back to that woman's name. Go back to Liz Castor. We want to let everybody know what her name is.
Wait a minute. You talking about
the T? The TAK or Liz
Oh yeah,
Caster.
don't worry. She's gonna talk more about that because I don't know the whole story with it,
Yeah.
but something
But
happened with the
I'm
T.
letting people know the T is on YouTube is Liz Caster. Just let y'all know if y'all want to know more.
Yeah, she been following the this cult for a long time, and I've watched some of her videos and stuff. All right, let's get
This
back
is
to
a
it.
Liz Caster's work that she was doing the sabotage. Now again, we're not saying that Nature Boy or Three God is innocent. No, he's far from it. He's a devil too. But at the same token, we gotta understand that there are people who are engaged in nefarious activities do not have the interests of the people or the victims. They have the interests of themselves, exalting themselves to being, oh, I took down Nature Boy, so they can take his spot.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's resume. Let's hear what she have to say about, because I know there's a gag orders for some channel holders. I don't know exactly what name. I think the T is one of them. I'm not too sure, so nobody quote me. Like I said, I'm not one of those Nature Boy channels. All right, let's get back to it.
At this point of the interview, she says that her and Mr. Bishop make love.
So I go back inside. I go back inside to tell him bye. And I hug him and he says, I love you. And I said, I love you too. And so he takes me into the other room and I start crying in his arms. At this point, I'm looking at him in the eyes and me being dumb, I got manipulated back in. Literally, like I couldn't resist him in that moment. In that moment, I was really vulnerable and he knew exactly what to say to me to help have me stay there with him. And yeah, we did make love in that moment. And yeah, we did make love in that moment. Make love in that moment. And I'm just like being a stupid ass, like letting him manipulate me back into the situation and allowing him to have sex with me. Allowing him to have sex with me. Have sex with me. So at this point, I'm just like, oh my God, I'm stupid as fuck because I'm a sucker for fucking love.
Notice that nothing about rape was said until the T, Alice Castor, planted the idea.
Do you realize that what he did to you before you left was, do you think that it was truly love making or making love to you? Or do you feel that it was, that it was coercion, which is pretty much one step down from, sexual abuse?
Pay close attention how Natiri responds to the question of, did you experience sexual abuse?
No, I know that it wasn't love because it just felt fake. It just felt like he was acting and just to keep me, like I'm just some kind of trophy to keep and not, share with the world. It's just, I'm just something to just collect dust on the shelf. And I felt stupid. I felt real dumb because I'm supposed to be this strong ass woman, but I fell right back into it, So yeah, I know it wasn't real. I knew that he was like just having sex to me just to have sex with me so I can stay, thinking all I needed was dick, and that wasn't it. What I wanted was love, real genuine true love for him and the family, forgiveness, and I didn't even get that. So I just wanted to leave at that point.
In this next part of the interview, you see the T coercing Natiri to press charges.
I just want to let the audience know that, guys, I did ask her earlier on in the interview if she was, going to go to the authorities and, file charges for the assault that the multiple assaults that have happened to her before she left. And she did say that she was addressing this on her own. And so we have to leave it in her hands and, see what happens from there. But she was asked that question already. So guys, please stop saying that she should press charges. We have absolutely let her know that, you know, that's what she should do. And I absolutely support you 100% because you were assaulted.
Alice Castor is coercing Janae to press charges on Eligio Bishop. Now that the idea of rape is planted in Janae's mind, 7 days later, she calls the police back. It reads, April 7th, 2022, Miss Noel called back and stated she would like to speak to us. If you got raped, why didn't you tell the police that the first time? Why didn't you initially tell them that? Because the idea was planted in her head after doing the interview with the T. The T coerced Janae to press charges so they can finally meet their objective of getting Mr. Bishop locked up. She calls the police back, and now the story changes. But remember in the initial police report when Officer Hugh asked if there was anything else?
He did, it was posted a couple videos of you without your consent, right? On Twitter.
Right.
Anything else?
He also had his women abuse me, like jump me. So that's another thing.
Notice that when the officer asked her if there was anything else, she never says anything about rape. Now we're gonna go into the interview that she does with Detective Moore and Panosium 7 days after her initial police report. At this point in the interview, the detectives and alleged victim are joking over a serious matter.
Uber's outside, and I try to go upstairs to say bye to the king, and I'm just going to call him the king because that's what the subject to.
Nature boy.
Nature boy. Yeah, nature boy.
I've seen several videos.
Oh my God. Thank God someone knows what I'm talking
We're
about.
a little
my
familiar.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, thank God. All right, so I can just talk normal now. Okay.
Elements of a malicious prosecution has terminated favorably to the plaintiff. At this point of the interview, Detective Moore expresses his malicious intent to lock Mr. Bishop up.
So let me explain how I come to find out about this. This is probably 2 months ago, maybe 6, 7 weeks ago. I get a phone call from this Hispanic lady. But so she told me to look these videos, so I looked up, that's when I started watching these videos. And I'm in awe of what I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So that's how I got familiar with that.
Yeah.
And I would just watch videos, not believing what the hell I was seeing.
Yeah.
And another detective and was familiar because I showed him these videos. He's like, he's been trying to get this nature boy for a minute because of some things he's seen online. Trying to get this nature boy for a minute because of some things he's seen online. And yeah, here you are. He is, I'm just gonna use a term, he's like a real good car salesman.
Yeah.
I mean, he's got the charisma. I mean, it's, you know, it's understandable. He gets everybody with his charisma, like you said, but it is what it is, you know. So let me real quick go back. When you went back up to say goodbye, pulled you into another room.
Janae never said Mr. Bishop pulled her in the room. Here's what she describes.
But he physically was not going to let you leave.
Yeah, he pushed me, he let me into the other room, led me into the other room.
She clearly says he led her in the room. In the case notes, they have that Mr. Bishop moved her to the room. Next, Detective Moore coerces Janae Newell to press charges. He blatantly states Mr. Bishop needs to be jammed up.
I think we've got a pretty good case here. I mean, really, I do. But it all, for now, comes down to you. Because if you say I want to prosecute, I mean, we've got nothing.
Detective Moore admits that the state has no evidence, so they're relying on her word to pursue a malicious prosecution.
This guy needs to be jammed up. He needs to go.
I think he needs to put in a mental hospital so he can get help.
Well, they got that in prison.
Yeah, I want that.
Okay, but here's the thing, and I understand you still got feelings for him, okay? And I get that, but he's not a good man.
I thought he was.
Well,
He might have used to be. You know, it's one of those things. Maybe
the power. What he's doing.
Yeah.
He's been knowing what he's doing. Okay, he's like probably, I mean, the biggest narcissist I think I can ever remember actually seeing.
Yeah.
And to thank your God, the guy is not a good man. You ever hear it over?
You call him a narcissist. I think this Janae is a sociopath. Yeah, I said it. Mm-hmm. Evil. Just because you didn't get what you wanted. That's the only reason. If he would have made her the head chiefess, I think that's what we call chiefess. I think that's what we call them. Oh, this wouldn't happen right now. Mm-mm. Evil. Reason. Now you're having a baby by a Dusty. Mm-hmm. And he's having a baby with Nature Boy's wife. And y'all two probably gonna give birth around the same time, maybe 4 months different. Mm-hmm. See, God doesn't like ugly. Reason.
Ever hear them ever talk like, hey, this guy's a fucking clown?
No, they never talk bad about him.
He sounds like he could probably go both ways.
Right.
Well, he needs to continue that in prison. I'm sorry, that guy is just not a good person, not a good human being. He don't need to be out here. And I tell this to a lot of people, you need to come first before him. Mm-hmm. Okay? I mean, you're wanting something good for a guy that's been bad.
Yeah.
Okay?
Elements of a malicious prosecution. Prosecution instituted maliciously and without probable cause. Charges are filed because of personal animosity, bias, or some other reason outside of the interest of justice. Not only does Janae say they made love in the T interview, she also says it in this interview to the detectives. There are 3 times Janae mentions sex with Mr. Bishop. All 3 times will be played. The first time.
And that's when that he made love to me.
The second time.
And at this point, he's looking me in my eyes and telling me this and that and the third. We make love.
Once again, she states, we make love. Here's the third time.
And a part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
She says this, but the detective's case notes, arrest warrant, and affidavit were completely different to what Noelle states in her interview. To begin, let's look at the discrepancies in the case notes. These statements are all filled with little white lies. We will be focusing on the most important ones to prove that this case was done maliciously. On the second line, it reads, she stated she continued to tell him she wanted to leave, and he became irate. In none of the interviews does Noelle describe Mr. Bishop as irate. The next point is on the fourth line. It reads, she continued to ask to leave and began crying. The detectives worded to make it seem like Noelle is in danger. But let's play back what she actually says.
I hug him and he says, I love you. And I said, I love you too. So he takes me into the other room and I start crying in his arms.
That doesn't sound like she's in any danger to me. The next point is also on the fourth line, reading, she stated Mr. Bishop began to attempt to have sex with her, and she told him no, but he continued.
That he made love to me. He's looking me in my eyes and telling me this and that and third. We make love.
And yeah, we did make love in that moment.
The next point is on the fifth line, reading, she stated they made love because she didn't want
not sexual assault, but love. Not just emotional sex. Oh, I'm sorry, grape. Not grape, not SA, but love. Not emotional sex, not just the hit it and quit it, but love. It was passion in that bedroom. It was flowers, roses, and all kind of squirting going on.
It was all love making. Yep. Evil woman. Lying like this. Resume.
To fight him off any longer. Let's play back what she actually says.
A part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
What she actually says is she gave it to him because she has feelings for him, not because she was tired of fighting him off. Now we are going to expose the inconsistencies in the arrest warrant. In the arrest warrant, it describes the situation completely different from the alleged victim's actual statements. It uses words like forcibly and against her will to criminalize Mr. Bishop. It continues to read that he forced himself in her. How is this even possible when she only described it as lovemaking? The detectives also put this in the affidavit. Again, they say that he pulled her in the room.
He pushed me, he let me into the other room, led me into the other room.
The detectives wrote that she told him no multiple times, but he kept pursuing. The lies continue. Note, what was actually said and what's written on the paper are not the same. And this is how they got a warrant on Mr. Bishop, by not being honest. April 14th, 2022, Eligio Bishop is now swatted again in Dekalb County on a malicious prosecution. The following video will show a split screen of the SWAT outside and inside of the house.
Yo, get my wallet, my phone. My wallet. They breaking the door open, yo. We're good. We're coming out. We're good. We're coming out, no need to break anything. Don't shoot. We got a baby.
I'm reaching now. Put your hands back and see it.
Relax, we don't got no weapon, y'all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back up. Keep backing. Keep backing up. Yes, sir.
Back it up.
That's it. Let's go.
They never informed us on why they were detaining us. They only told us that they had to take us to the police station so they could talk to us. After a couple hours, they finally start taking us to the police station.
What we're gonna do, we're probably just gonna try to snatch out our guy. We got warrants on him, so we could just snatch him.
Send the phone. Yes, sir. Can you help me up? Yep, thanks.
I guess I just want to talk to you about some stuff.
Oh, okay.
I honestly, you know as much as I do.
Oh, okay.
Let's have a pat you down and make sure you got nothing.
Well, I'm not under arrest now, right?
As of right now, no. Right now you're just detained.
They just call them. They on the phone.
Yeah, you.
Okay.
Like I said, I'm sure everybody, but
right.
I'm just saying they told me to come grab you.
Okay.
64? Oh yeah, go ahead.
Am I going to jail?
As of right now, no.
Oh, okay.
Right now you're detained. Now when they interview you and they ask you questions, if they charge you with something, that's on them. But like I say, I don't even know what the investigation's for. I don't know what's going on. Like I told you when I walked up to you, you know just as much as I do.
You need to get to your shoes? Yes. Okay. They're gonna stay right there.
This way. Is everybody ready to go? Okay, let's go then. Everybody get your stuff. We're moving out now. Period. We're moving out now. Come on. In the shed outside?
Once we arrived at the police station, they still didn't talk to or question anyone. Only Malia and Zoka were asked personal questions like, what would they do without Mr. Bishop? But no questions were asked pertaining to the charges. After a few hours of just sitting in a room without talking to anyone, they eventually drop us all back off at the house, except for Mr. Bishop. Once they drop us off, we see the warrant on the table. And at that moment, we knew Mr. Bishop was being set up. The very next day, multiple news reporters were knocking at our door.
Eligio Bishop, also known as Nature Boy, is accused of rape and false imprisonment, along with other charges. Neighbors tell 11 Alive they're stunned by the allegations, but are even more surprised by what this group was posting online.
Its social accounts reaching tens of thousands of people on Instagram and YouTube. Joe Ripley, live outside the Dekalb County Police Department. And Joe, you got to speak to this group, the Carbonation?
At Carbonation, this is a group that says they abide by a different philosophy. Their leader, Eligio Bishop, appeared in court for the first time today since being arrested earlier this week at a Dekalb County home. And after a judge read out his warrants, his charges, he simply replied by saying, quote, outstanding. Neighbors there in that Dekalb County community are concerned tonight.
Mr. Bishop, good afternoon, sir.
Eligio Bishop saw a judge for the first time since his arrest earlier this week. His case now lies in the hands of Superior Court. Dekalb police arrested Bishop at this home in Decatur, charging him with rape, false imprisonment, and 3 counts of sexually explicit transmission.
He's extremely loving, extremely forgiving. Literally wouldn't hurt a fly.
This man, who goes by Captain Ace, says he's part of the group Carbonation. Ace calls Bishop the head of the international organization.
This is one of the most troubling experiences I've ever had.
Ace described Carbonation as a religious philosophy based on science, focused on living a life of principles and morals. He joined the group about 4 years ago.
I met him online. That was my initial contact with him. I seen that he was teaching knowledge that was superior to any other scholar or any other leader that I had encountered at the time.
God is a very loving being. He's very caring. He's very
Now, if I'm correct, I think she's the head chiefess. I think. I could be wrong. Like I said, I'm not 100% sure because I had stopped watching them for a minute. But that girl Janae was jealous of her. And that girl Janae wanted to attack her. The last time I did commentary, that was maybe about 2 weeks before he got arrested. Excuse me. And I did commentary, and they was all ganging up on her. So how is she going to talk about they ganging up on her? Janae, you see what I'm talking about? You just mad because you wanted that title. You want that title. What my mom said, Strong said, Donna, this is new news to me, and it's all over a year ago. Wow. You didn't know? I thought when you came in here, I thought you was like, oh, you already knew about this. Yeah, this is a mess. All right, let's get back to it, ladies and gentlemen.
holy.
They insist he should never have been arrested by Dekalb County Police Wednesday night.
I came outside. Police were circling with the helicopter I seen first. Then I come to the front window. We see they're outside with guns pointed at the doors, pointing at the windows.
This is a revolving door, and you can come in and out as you please. No one is going to hold you against your will here.
Sexual education, and we believe in nudity.
Yeah.
And so that's one of the charges that's trying to be brought against my chief is for revenge porn. But the female that was here, the woman that was here, she gave consent to actually release it for sexual education. It's not just like porn, it's for educational.
Exactly. All these women go out there, they know that they're going to be recorded having sex, and they with it. They okay with it. You're just mad because you wasn't the head woman. That's why you reported him. All this stuff they do is consensual. Piss me off. Resume. This is a great timeline. Let's get back to it.
Purposes.
I did speak at length with the women there. They said that many women come and go from this organization because they don't necessarily like what they discover about themselves, and say that this is another targeted attack against Mr. Bishop.
Now, what would make a woman do something like this? The alleged victim has always been jealous that she's not Mr. Bishop's queen. Now we're going to double back into the T interview because the alleged victim says something very important. She expresses why she leaves Mr. Bishop and her true feelings of not being queen.
So I'll tell you exactly what happened when I left Carbonation. And one of the reasons why I left is because y'all don't know, when he was trying to do the queen thing, there wasn't going to be a new queen. It was all an act. At first it wasn't. I'm thinking that I actually have a chance to like prove that, okay, well I can definitely, take the queen thing and really do something positive with the cult. But nah, he was like, it was never gonna be that way. He said that it's going to be queenly a queen, Queen Malia, queen. She's gonna remain the queen after the court thing. I'm gonna be her servant, meaning I'm gonna be her caddy. I do everything for her, and for a day or two I was her servant, and I'm gonna be her servant, and I'm gonna kiss her feet in front of the whole world. So that was the plan, and I wasn't really always okay with it, but I tried to be okay with it because I tried to think of the bigger picture about how he's saying he's about to adorn Malia and make her the queen and show how a black woman should be treated, and make her the face of Carbonation. And I'm just like, all right, well, I can sacrifice me really feeling like I could do it for her to take the shine. But in my heart, I didn't really feel like that's what I wanted to do, because he said, and you're going to be in the background. And when he said that, it triggered me, because I'm like, I'm not made to be in the background, yo. I know that about myself. I'm not made to be behind nobody. I shine really bright. He wanted me to dress her up every day, with the fashion that I got, all the clothes that I brought. Wanted me to do everything for her. Anything that she wanted, I was supposed to do for her. And when I really thought about it, after seeing that they didn't really respect me or cared for me at all, they just said, oh, you just brought the fashion, without even recognizing that that's not all I did. I realized that they don't love me like I really love them, and I want to go. So at this point, I'm more hurt than angry. Because I ain't had time for it.
In this live, Noelle expresses her frustrations about Malia being Mr. Bishop's favorite.
A pregnant seashell that I found from the ocean. The ocean put it in my hand. Hey, Mr. Put it in my hand. Oh, he put it on my forehead before we fucked and said, you gonna have my babies. And I believed it in that moment. And then fucking got 6 days late thinking I'm pregnant. Nigga was like, oh, I want Malia to have the baby first. Nigga, why you fucking me like that then?
Here's where Noelle screams at Malia about all the attention she gets.
She said, oh, he ain't complimenting her all day. He complimented the most fucking dick. He can do the most fucking attention. He is fucking disrespectful, bro. You get all the fucking attention, bro. All the fucking love.
Noelle's various expressions of jealousy. Noelle is constantly comparing her and Malia's sexual relationship.
That was the jump I was telling y'all about. This was it. You saw it. You remember, Jack, the last time we did commentary was on that. I have to rewind it.
That was fighting some dirty, you know what?
Talking about jumping, and
Oh
you
my
sat there and you
God.
tried to jump her. I can't with these people. I really can't.
That was crazy.
What Francis
You just mad because you ain't the Empress.
Oh, strong like, you don't even know about this. I had to rewind a little bit because this was the part I was talking about.
Oh, geez.
I'm going to do a part 2. We're going to go back to that video. I'm going to show my last video what I did on them, because that was interesting. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, let's resume.
The attention she gets.
She said, oh, he ain't complimenting her all day. He complimented the most fucking dick. He can do the most fucking attention. He is fucking disrespectful, bro. You get all the fucking attention, bro. All the fucking love.
Noelle's various expressions of jealousy. Noelle is constantly comparing her and Malia's sexual.
Did she say he gets all the D? Didn't say it? See, she fighting out there hard, right? But now she want to holler revenge porn. Rewind. Rewind. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm going to have to rewind this because this is what's pissing me off. And we're going to go back some more. Replay watchers, I apologize, but we have to do what we have to do over here because this is a teaching channel. We need to learn from it. Resume.
Live, Noelle expresses her frustrations about Malia being Mr. Bishop's favorite.
A pregnant seashell that I found from the ocean. The ocean put it in my hand. Hey, Mr. Put it in my hand. Oh, he put it on my forehead before we fucked and said, "You gonna have my babies." And I believed it in that moment. And then fucking got 6 days late thinking I'm pregnant. Nigga was like, "Oh, I want Malia to have the baby first." Nigga, why you fucking me like that then?
Here's where Noelle screams at Malia about all the attention she gets.
She said, oh, he ain't complimenting her all day. He compliments you all the fucking He can do the most fucking dick. He can do the most fucking attention. He is fucking disrespectful, bro. You get all the fucking attention, bro. All the fucking love.
Noelle's various expressions of jealousy. Noelle is constantly comparing her and Malia's sexual relationship with Mr. Bishop. Here's where she mentions it in the audio interview with the detectives. She also mentions that she has all the qualifications to be a better woman for Mr. Bishop, which shows she was always in competition.
Why did he pick her over you?
Because of the sex. He says the sex is better. Even though I have all the qualifications for being a better woman for him, he says the sex is better. So he likes sex.
What would he call you to her? To him?
He once said, I'm his concubine. And she's the queen. Like, he literally said, Malia's queen and Materi is wife or concubine.
This is all based on Noelle not getting what she wants from Mr. Bishop. In this live, Noelle admits to working with a group to keep Mr. Bishop locked up.
Yeah, we've been working behind the scenes. No, it's okay. We've been working behind the scenes for a good minute to make this all happen. Yeah, it's not just me. It's like a lot of people behind this. You know, people been calling in and people that have been, doing their work. But I just want to let y'all know that we are doing our best to keep him locked up.
Here's a live Noelle does after Mr. Bishop got denied bond.
All I can say is outstanding. Outstanding. Woo! And this is not necessarily for me.
I seen that video and I was just furious. Outstanding. You are the most fakest woman. I remember you went over to the other guy with TKO. It was another, well, he's not really a cult leader, but he has a bunch of wives. And she went over there insulting Nature Boy. Oh, this and that Nature Boy. I'm treated like a real woman over here, just trying to get him jealous. And then what did she do? She went right back over to Nature Boy. See what I'm talking about? I think she jumped to another cult too.
I find it offensive that she used the N-word towards Mr. Bishop.
Uh-oh.
For someone who calls themselves trying to be righteous and conscience, I find that quite offensive. She ought to be ashamed of herself. She knew she wanted that man's cucumber, and she desired him. And she got curbed by, I guess she was third in the rank or so in the race of being queen of the household. And she felt curbed. So therefore she decided to do what you call sabotage, knowing that she's just as much involved in this situation as he is. She just has much as knowledge as what goes on behind the scenes as everybody else. You can't run around turn informant because you can't get your way. I can see if you turn informant when they turn on you, but you turn on them. And now you're telling and you thinking, and what's her name? The T Castor, Alyssa Castor. It is what it is, just like you did with Sweet Ma. you're not a good person either. So I'm gonna leave it at that.
Resume.
Outstanding.
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 Oh, somebody.
Woo! And this is not necessarily for me, it's for our community at this point.
Note that Noelle says Mr. Bishop being locked up is not for her, but for the community. And by community, she means the online critics.
And thank y'all for the support.
And I absolutely support you 100%.
Yes, no bond. The done, okay? The done. That's a fact.
Velvet, one of the prosecutor's witnesses, exposes the fact that Noelle was coerced to press charges on Mr. Bishop.
I stand for the truth. I'm about to.
Listen carefully, ladies and gentlemen. And this is, I think I forgot to tell you about this, Jack, or did I tell you whatever? But listen to this. Resume.
Done, okay? The done. That's a fact.
Velvet, one of the prosecutor's witnesses, exposes the fact that Noelle was coerced to press charges on Mr. Bishop.
I stand for the truth. I'm about the truth. You're not telling the whole truth. Period. That you've never done that. Ever. You don't even tell people how actually you were coerced into the shit that you did to Nature Boy to get him in jail and get him to the point that he's at right now. You didn't want to do that. You were coerced and talked to other people to do that.
Here's proof that Noelle is lying during her interview with the detectives.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, just in case you're a little lost, that light-skinned guy that you just seen right there, Janae, the trifling heifer, she's having a baby by him. So it was all a plot together. And so basically, the lady's voice you heard in the background that was talking to him, that's Evil Velvet. That's Nature Boy's wife. They are still married, if I'm correct. And they have a child together. See what I'm saying? All this was his plot. All of them's a bunch of clowns. All of them. And Janae did that because she wanted to be head chiefess. I think that's the word they call her. Whatever. Let's get back to it.
Her story is constantly changing.
At that point, I just let it happen because I don't know, giving him what he wants if you leave me alone.
But here's what she says at first.
A part of me just gave it to him because I did, still care for him.
Her first statement sounds more genuine, and the second one sounds like she's reading from a script. Perhaps a script from the online critics. Now, why would the online critics continue to do something like this to someone? Mr. Bishop explains it perfectly.
You have to ask, what is the motive behind it? You know what I'm saying? And now that we're getting out the truth that I'm not a pedophile, I'm not a child molester, I'm not a fugitive, I'm not running from the law, I'm not doing any of these things that they're saying. Now we have to take that out. Now we know that's not the real reason why they're doing this, for the safety of the kids and all that shit. No. The real reason why you're doing this is because you're getting attention, you're making money, or you're getting some attention that you never had by yourself. You can't get attention by yourself, so you found someone that you can attach yourself to feed off their energy like a shadow being.
There are many online bloggers against Mr. Bishop, and they get paid.
I'm not a Nature Boy person, but he did bring up a point. And these people they go out there for attention. Clout. What's the word? Clout. Because all the time when they go out there, as soon as they come back, they have a YouTube channel and they talk about, my experience with Nature Boy. And Nature Boy is this, Nature Boy is that. Just so they can boost up their channel. It's just, oh my gosh, the clownery. Resume.
Paid to defame his character.
Number one to you, and number two to Malia, and then the rest of Carbonation, by giving false accusations, about giving false information, about giving false stories about you, about Malia, about Carbonation that I knew not to be true. I want to apologize to saying that you have a disease or that Malia have a disease or anybody in Carbonation has a disease, because I don't know that to be true, and I actually made it up for a storyline.
What kind of storyline?
Well, just in my mind, I said I'm going to have to use Carbonation for my content to grab the bag. So for me, ultimately, all I wanted to do was get 10 racks, right? That's all I really wanted to do was get 10 racks. I needed 10 racks, and I did it in the most disgusting, wrong way.
My name has been something that people can feed off to become somebody. And at any cost, people will do and say anything. And I want to point that out, that this is the motive. Because now that I'm not a child molester, now that I don't have any charges, now that I'm not a fugitive, now that all these things that you were saying that you were doing it for are being brought out to not be true, we're narrowing down the reason why you're doing it, because of attention. Because without Nature Boy, who are you?
Now, given all of the evidence that proclaims Mr. Bishop's innocence, given that he is 41 with no criminal history, and that he meets all Ayola factors, why is it that after 1 year, Mr. Bishop still sits in DeKalb County Jail with no bond granted? Why? Because Detective Moore and Panosium are using the clipped up videos from the critics to persuade the state of Georgia to refuse him bond. Here's an email from DeKalb County detectives sent to the T, Alice Castor, inquiring about her clipped up videos of Mr. Bishop. It reads, I am Detective Blank with the DeKalb County Police Department. I am reaching out to you and inquiring of your videos you have of Nature Boy. I am aware you have been following this group Carbonation for some time and have interviewed multiple followers who have left the group. I was hoping you would be able to help. I would like to get in contact with those who have left, and if you have any contact with any currently in the home, as well as collect any videos you may have that show abuse, specifically physical abuse. The videos I have seen have not shown specific physical abuse. If you could share any information you have or videos of abuse you have, I would greatly appreciate it. I will need some information from you as well. I would appreciate it if at this time you will leave our conversation private so that we can continue to collect information before Nature Boy becomes aware. DeKalb County Police Department. Although the videos have nothing to do with the case at hand, Mr. Bishop has been denied bond a total of 3 times. In response to the refusal of bond, he's been trying to assert his right for a speedy trial since August 16th, 2022. Here are pictures showing Mr. Bishop desperately trying to put in a motion for a speedy trial because his public defender at that time, Steffi Yellen, refused. Mr. Bishop has been a victim of having bad representation for defending his constitutional rights, which resulted in none of his motions being answered and no bond. He also did not receive his discovery until 4 months later of being indicted at DeKalb County Jail. It has been extremely hard for Mr. Bishop to fight his case within jail without a bond.
Okay, that's the end of the video. Jack, you have anything you want to say before I wrap this up? I think it's gonna be a part 3. I got
At this rate, he may get out because of the list of things that we're looking at. You know, you gotta allow someone to get a bond. He has not committed murder or any of that sort. Also,
That's true, right?
They can take his passport away if they feel like he's a flight risk.
Right.
Also, my question is, the people who were involved in this, why weren't they also detained and locked up as well? Because they're just as guilty as he is. Also, they might be, with the T, they might want to question her if her level of credibility is valid. Because someone can be slick and say you were taking videos from Big O and uploaded on YouTube, and that's a violation, copyright violation right there by itself, without someone's permission. You can't take videos from another social media and upload it on your and make it your own, without getting strike down for that. So my question is could that be a violation, or taking use of someone's reproduction copyrights without their permission, and claiming that that's your content, and it's not your content, it's his content. Now you can take clips from certain things, you can do that, but you cannot upload a whole video of somebody else's content without their permission. So that could be an issue that she might have to deal with. Also, if people really want to know about how the T operates, they need to talk to Sweet Ma. Sweet Ma seems to have a lot to say. And has she engaged in any type of questionable behavior or activities or abuse, that sort of thing. A good lawyer, if I was his lawyer, I would start digging there. I'll start digging in her life, seeing if she has a criminal record. Does she have any violations, or has she been an aggressor of an abuse of domestic violence in that sort of manner? I would just dig in everybody's life if I was a good attorney when it comes to Nature Boy. Let's say if I was to defend him, which I'm not a lawyer, none whatsoever, but I would start digging into people who were involved in this and start to see if they knew the untimely death of Mama Mama Dia. And I believe Nature Boy has the key to that. He probably knows who did what. I think he should use that as his trump card if he feels like that he's going to take the fall for everything. I think he needs to start making some statements of that sort of manner. I know that's called snitching, but I don't believe he should go down by himself, just like with R. Kelly. R. Kelly shouldn't go down by himself. R. Kelly may have a little bit light at the expense of Tasha K, of course, in the way how they got that medical paperwork on the HIPAA Law Violation Act. And it's just, look, I'm not a fan of Nature Boy. I don't like the guy. I think he's a POS. He's garbage. But I will say that he's not the only one that was involved in this behavior. It takes more than one to tango, and he can't just be doing it by himself. Everybody was involved. They was cooperating. They was supporting this until they feel like they couldn't get into a certain position that they feel like they should be, and then decide to feel like they're absolved for any crimes that they themselves might have engaged in. If I was Nature Boy, I would advise him to start naming people names, just like Nito Brown did in New Jack City, to the point to where they may be involved in some criminal behavior themselves. That's my opinion.
No, great points you brought up. And like I said, I think I'm going to have to do two more. We're going to watch that video with her, Malia. Oh, gosh, I get the names mixed up. Being jumped, and she claimed that she was jumped. See, gentlemen, you got to watch out for these trifling women. Because a lot of women out here could be worse than a man. Her whole thing was she wanted to be the head. She wanted to be velvet. Evil velvet. She wanted that. And she didn't get that. So she decided, I'll just take everybody. I'll destroy everything. Instead of just leaving quietly, she didn't want them to be happy. She's like, I'm going to destroy them all. Evil. All right, well, stay tuned for more. I did say this would be it, but I'm going to do two more videos. I don't know when. Can't tell you when. And also, if it goes to trial, well, I believe it's supposed to go to trial. I don't know exactly when. But if it goes to trial, I'm definitely going to cover this one. Definitely. All right. But like I said, the people's replay watchers, if you think I'm a Nature Boy channel, I'm going to do a whole lot of Nature Boy stuff, don't subscribe to my channel, okay? But if you're into, my commentary, check out some of my past commentary and subscribe. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let me see what we have for comments in here real quick before I end it. And definitely pair 3. And Francine, thank you for the blessing, and thank you everybody for being here. And we said part 3 and 4. Yeah. Oh my gosh. But I definitely want to show good night and be safe, everyone. Yes. I definitely want to show when Malia was Trump. I think so. I'm just gonna show one of my past videos. I'm gonna show that one, the last one I did before he got arrested. And I think that's it. I don't know. Or whatever it is. But just stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real. Thank you for being here. Thank you for engaging. Thank you for sharing your thoughts and opinions. And everything that Jack and I said is our thoughts and opinions. Allegedly. We'll just see what happens. But I will say one thing. She made that report because she didn't get what she wanted. She wanted to be the head chiefess, or whatever they call them, the head woman. And she didn't get that role, so she was like, I'm going to take you down, Nature Boy, and I'm going to take down everybody else. The scorned woman. And now, let's get into Mama Dia. Rest in peace, Mama Dia. Prayers to your family, because I know you don't have closure. You don't know exactly what happened. And Mama Dia is the second one to the end on your right. Older woman that went out there. And she's not alive now. So rest in peace, and hopefully get closure. Your family get closure to find out exactly what happened out there in Carbonation. Matter of fact, let's have a moment of silence for her. And stay tuned for some more of Donna Just Being Real.